Get up and go. Alright, I'm live again. I wonder if I can go and get rid of that other live real quick. That 1 minute live that I did. If you're just tuning in, if you're watching this later, I went live vertically just for a minute, and someone tuned in. But I want to get rid of that really quick one. Delete. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. All right, I did it. And I was just sitting here, and I thought I would have my coffee and comedy. I thought I'd come on and see who's around, and just I felt like being live and chatting with people. Oh, so I was gonna go over to this computer and see if I could bring up my projects and I could do an update. Megan, good morning. Let me put the chat on. There we go. Good morning, Megan. Man, that painting is so wonderful that you're doing. I cannot paint like that. I'm not good at painting, but you did it so well. So, cheers. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Ugh. I got some good sleep last night. I've been struggling with insomnia. All right, and my ADD seems to be active today. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I was going to look at my projects and maybe do an update. How are you doing, Megan? Let's write up a projects update for my audience. I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be releasing the Basement Folk LP, like I did this past Monday, where I released chapters and I did it live on YouTube on Monday night. I have AI over here helping me with an update. I use AI to help keep track of all my projects and where I am and what I'm doing and things like that. Hey Dan, how's it going? Dan, where are you from? How's the morning where you're from? Is it Sunday morning? I got some updates here. Let's see. I have a new webcam coming in the mail today. And it's an interesting webcam where I'll be able to use it for my drawing, where I'll be able to clip it on to my drawing table and have it reach above my drawing and point down. And so I'll be able to have a second screen on my one screen, kind of this screen, and then another screen that points down at the drawing. And so I'm looking forward to that. My ADD has been on fire. Me too. Walgreens has issues. Ugh. Because Rite Aid is closed, so the painting's taking. It seems like the painting is coming along very quickly. Um, but you would know your own speed better than I would. um, I have trouble where I will hyper focus on a piece. And so generally most of the that's why I use charcoal, because it's a very fast medium. And most of my portraits, I limit myself to 2 hours. And I try to draw quickly and imperfectly. And it's a practice for me on imperfection. And I like to put on music for 2 hours, do drawing. When the 2 hours is up, hopefully I'm done. And I put it away and I don't work on it anymore. And very rarely will I see a piece and go, I want to work on that again. Usually for me, doing a piece of art is really just um, it's an activity that I do, you know. When it comes to ink work, I tend to hyperfocus and take my time and stuff. This over here is just me doodling. Um, I've been on freeze mode for a long time where I haven't been doing art. I know I've been putting up a lot of shorts of art on YouTube, but those are from last year. Maya, so good to see you. Um, so those art shorts are from last year. I haven't really done much art this year, and this piece of paper has been taped to this drafting table since I bought the drafting table months ago, and I haven't been able to put pen to paper. And so over the weekend, I think it was Friday night, I was sitting here staring out the window, and I just sit right here and I stare out the window. And so I just grabbed my pen and started scribbling and just kind of free scribbling and um, doodling. So that's me first breaking my freeze moment, is that I finally got some ink to paper, and it's just a doodle, you know. But at least I got moving, you know. So cheers, happy Sunday morning. How's everybody doing today? It's probably not Sunday for everybody. Is it Sunday for you, Maya? Um, so I have some updates. I was just sitting here. Um, this past week, I've been vlogging, and I know I said I put a pause on my vlogging, but not vlogging has been difficult, um, and in many different ways. So I decided to try vlogging this past week with my phone, and to get around the memory issue, every time I make a video, I upload it to the cloud, and then at the end of the day, I download them to my computer, and it worked. It was a lot more time and effort to do each file, and I can't take videos that are too long, but I ended up vlogging the whole week, and it felt good to do so. Um, the week prior to this week, I was dealing with some insomnia and not getting a lot of sleep. So coming into this week, it's Sunday, 2 p.m. Oh, okay. 9. So 5 hours. You're 5 hours ahead. Um, that's what I would love to. I was thinking today, I want to travel somewhere. I want to set a goal, a destination, a goal. Where in the world do I want to travel to? I've never left the country. And so, I was thinking, and I was thinking about Ireland and England, Germany, um, the Azores. I would like to go to the Azores. I actually know somebody who lives in the Azores, kind of a pen pal. But I feel for me, you're never going to get anywhere unless you start planning, you know. And I've never left the country. You know, I've stayed in the lower 48 of America, United States, and I've lived in Alaska. And I've been to Canada a little bit, but I've never been out of this continent. And so it is a goal of mine to do so, and I really would like to travel and see new cultures, meet new people, see new things, um, and really kind of immerse myself into those areas. You know, spend some time tidying up my room, tidying up my mind at the same time. Yeah, that's nice. You have a little room up here. um, so I've been thinking about lately. I should pick a destination and set that goal, and maybe I can start like learning about that destination, watching videos about it, and making plans. You know, there are a lot of places in the world I would like to see. Okay, so how about an update for October? Um, Monday, October 27th, that's tomorrow. I'm doing a live stream at 7:30 where I'll play the Basement Folk LP in full and talk about the stories behind each song. It's one of my earliest albums, never released to the public until now. After the stream, the remastered version will be up on YouTube for everyone to hear, and the Patreon supporters can download the album in MP3 format. The funding from these album downloads is going to help me upgrade my vlogging equipment and streaming equipment so I can keep creating high quality, entertaining videos. You've been to Sweden twice and Amsterdam once. Amsterdam is a place I want to go, and I would like to go to Sweden and Denmark. And what I would really, it used to be a dream of mine to take my acoustic guitar and book little shows around Europe, England, France, Spain, Germany, and just do a little European tour. I'm not, I wouldn't really get a draw. I don't have a draw, an audience draw in Europe, but I would just be like, hey, there's an American playing at the cafe down the street. And I would love to just book little cafes and perform my way around Europe. So that would be a dream of mine. Take a train and just go. Maybe start in Ireland and go over to England, down Spain and France, and over to Germany and just play music. I think people might like it. So that's what's coming up Monday. I know my ADD is just all over the place today. Is that I'm releasing, just like on Monday, this past Monday, I released the Chapters album. I'm releasing the Basement Folk LP on Monday on YouTube and on my Patreon. And these are all recordings that have never been released before. All sorts of different equipment was used throughout the years. It took me, these are recordings and songwritings of over like from 1989 to 1999. So let's see, what else can we update? Writing. I'm still deep in the process of writing my memoir, Terminally Unique, An Unlikely Adventure from Madness to Meaning. That's the title. I'm currently working on the section about, what am I working on now? In my story where I'm at now writing, I'm in high school and my dad just passed away. And I'm writing about that. And it's been kind of difficult, but I keep plugging away at it. The book continues to grow as both a creative and recovery project. I've been taking it one on at a time. It has been a healing process for me. When I first started writing the book, I was doing it frantically and I was re-traumatizing myself. And now that I'm doing it with a little more wisdom and a little more thought, I'm doing a lot more thinking than I am writing, but I am doing a lot of writing. And I'm doing things to help me write more, like basically I'm doing 2 to 3 writing days a week, and I have a routine now where when I'm done writing, I'm going to be doing a little yoga to help distract me from those hard thoughts and help me kind of work through them and process everything that I just wrote. And I think that's going to be helpful, and it'll be good for me to get me to do some yoga. Vlogging. So, update on vlogging is, I took a pause in my vlog because the camera just wasn't working out anymore. But after 2 weeks, I decided, you know what, I really need to vlog. It really helps me in my own recovery and keeps me steady in my path. And without vlogging, I really felt lost and I fell out of my routines. So I have my phone. It's not in great shape, but until I get a professional vlogging camera, which I will one day, I'll be using my phone. I'm going to continue vlogging. Um, and this week I vlogged, and the main theme of this week's vlog is me getting through an insomnia wave. The insomnia came on from really working at writing the book, writing about the passing of my father. I also had a cat here that was keeping me awake in a playful way. Um, but the last couple of weeks, I haven't gotten much sleep. And so this past week on the vlog, I'm really battling my insomnia and still getting things done as much as I can get done. And by the end of the week, I'm feeling it's the end of the week now, and I'm feeling pretty well rested. I probably look a little sleepy because I just woke up a little while ago, and this is cup of my first cup of coffee. Um, but I got some good sleep last night. Finally, I was just getting one or two. Actually, I was getting 1 to 3 hours a night, and some nights not getting any. I'm using a iPhone 11, but for some reason it's crapping out on me. Um, it's it's not the memory is filling up super quickly, and I've deleted all the apps from it, and there's no games or anything, any app that's not necessary. I took all those off there, and whenever I try to, I can't film any of my shows because anything more than a half hour and it says your phone is full. And if I get more than, it's just filling up really quickly. And I've heard that iPhones do that. Um, I also find I find that the vlog, if I get a professional vlogging camera, one, it will make the vlogging a lot easier. And two, having it separate from my phone is big because I use my phone for things. and um and when I'm vlogging, I keep, like it's hard. It's better to have a dedicated vlogging stick, and they have these sticks that have a camera on it and they turn, and I can get a 1 terabyte memory card, so I don't have to worry about memory. I forget where I was going with this. Until then, I'm just going to use my phone, but eventually I want to get a vlogging stick. Oh, because I feel like the quality of my vlogs will go up because I'll have this vlogging stick that all I have to do is push a button and take some film. So I'll be taking a lot more footage, whereas sometimes I'm doing things and I don't want to find my phone, get it out, turn on the camera, put it on video, widescreen it, and then get it ready to go. And whereas if I had the vlogging camera, I just grab the vlogging camera and press a button, and so I'll be catching a lot more footage. I'll be vlogging a lot more. So I think it's not just an improvement in my memory, but it will improve the vlog. So I'm almost halfway saved to getting a new camera. So we're doing good. I've been surprisingly, I've been selling some downloads of my album, and I just got some money from some odd jobs and stuff. So um, I'm about halfway there to get a new camera. So I'm excited, but I don't mind using my phone. I might complain a little bit, but I'm very grateful to have the phone that I have. Um, I started doing YouTube because I got my phone. My family got me this iPhone for my birthday 3 years ago, and it was what I needed to start a YouTube channel. And because I got this phone, I decided, okay, now I'm going to vlog. And I started my vlog, and it's changed my life, all because of this phone. So I'm very grateful for this phone. And I can't believe it has lasted me 3 or 4 years and has no cracks. It still works good. It just doesn't have a memory. Oh, I got a message from M. Hey. So I get whenever you guys leave a comment, it sends me a message, and I go yay. So vlogging is going good, all in all. Okay, Loony Lunar. I've been watching your vlogs for about 2 years. I really appreciate them. Wow. I want to sing. I want to let that sink that in. I often feel like um, my vlogs don't get seen, especially the older ones. Um, I'm really proud of year one of my vlog, and I go back and watch it because I get to see Okami. And I get to see what I've made it through. Okay, I gotta finish reading. My ADD, I apologize for my attention switching today. I've been watching your vlogs for about 2 years now. I really appreciate them. They really help me in my own mental health journey. I'm so glad to hear you'll continue them. Oh, good. Thanks so much, Looney. I really appreciate that. My vlog, honestly, in my heart, out of all the projects that I'm doing, my music, my art, my book, my YouTube channel, everything, what really feels the most important to me, if my vlog feels like it's the most important thing that I'm doing and that I've done in my life. And I think that's because I wish I had it's what I needed. And so I'm hoping that it's what other people need. And I remember I was it was probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm in recovery. You know, I've been recovering for 10 years and still struggling, and I'm in a homeless shelter. In recovery 10 years, and I'm in a homeless shelter. And I'm losing track of my thoughts again. And I remembered I was on Instagram a lot, I was on YouTube, and I was following a lot of these mental health advocates that do a lot of mental health posts and stuff. And it was a lot of these top 10 coping skills for schizophrenia, or top 10 signs you have bipolar, or the best skills for depression and things like that. And none of those posts really did anything for me. And what I wanted to know is, how do these people get through their daily life with schizophrenia? When they get up in the morning and they feel like hell and they're paranoid and their mind is racing, how do they get through their day? Um, yeah, going for a walk is great, but it doesn't cure everything. And what are these people doing to get through their day, to find all this success while living with these mental disorders? And I didn't know. I couldn't find it anywhere online. So I was living in a homeless shelter, and I was doing Instagram. And when I got in, I said, "Hey, I'm going to do a vlog. I'm going to try to find success. I don't know how I'm going to find success, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try really hard at recovering and doing all the things that I do in recovery that I believe I should be doing for myself. And I'm going to try really hard to find success beyond stabilization." But I didn't know how I was going to do it. But I figured, you know what? I'm just going to turn the camera on. And if I do find success, maybe this will help other people find success. And that's what my vlog is this is what I need, and nobody was doing it. So maybe I'll just do it. And to me, it feels like the most important thing that I'm doing. And it gets the least amount of views, but it's out there. So I would like to respond more to what you're saying, but it takes me too much time. I feel happy when you tell us about how you find tools and habits that work well for you. Thanks so much, Maya. Looney says, "It's definitely what I need. Seeing you go through your everyday routine in normal life helps remind me to stay on my own recovery keeps me motivated. That's so much. Thanks so much. This has been a nice little morning chat. Having the YouTube channel has really helped in my recovery because I feel like my job is my recovery. You know, is recovering myself and sharing it with others. And I was inspired to do that when I became a peer specialist. Let's see what else we have on this update list. Shows and speaking. Tomfoolery. Well, I spent many years, about 7 years, working with Tomfoolery, which is a organization here in Boston. It's a group of musicians who live daily with mental illness. And we go out and we perform at Boston area homeless shelters and psychiatric hospitals. And I did that for about 7 years with Tomfoolery. I haven't been doing that with them for the past 2 years or a year and a half because of transportation. It costs me money to go into Boston and to do these gigs. And it's a lot easier for the musicians who already live in Boston to just go do the gig than it is for me to travel into Boston and pay the money. So I haven't been performing at the homeless shelters and the psych units like I used to in the past. If I lived closer to the city, then I would. Now that I live out here in Beverly, I did notice that every day in this little town of Beverly, every day at a different church, there's a soup kitchen where poor people can go get something to eat. And I thought that might be interesting, where maybe I could provide music for those people who are going to the soup kitchen to get something to eat. Maybe, I could be there in the background playing guitar and singing. So I'm thinking about that. Maybe doing one night a week at the soup kitchen here in town as a volunteer. Hey, Dan. Thanks so much. I appreciate you all telling me this because it really, my brain, I bet you can all relate that I have a lot of negative dialogues in my brain that are telling me to stop doing everything that I'm doing. And I have to fight against that a lot. It seeks out evidence that what I'm doing is pointless and useless. And so when you guys tell me, that you get something out of the vlog, it goes into my brain, and I use that as evidence against my negative brain. And you all are wonderful at that. When I get a negative brain telling me to stop doing what I'm doing, all I have to do is go to my YouTube comments section and start reading. And you all are so wonderful at being supportive in the comments section. So I really appreciate it. It's one of my favorite things of the morning is to get up, get my coffee, and check my YouTube comments. Excuse me. You should absolutely reach out to the soup kitchen. You never know what opportunities await until you ask. I totally agree. And I've had to eat at soup kitchens many times. And it can be kind of a depressing atmosphere. So, and sometimes, I've gone to many soup kitchens where there are children. So maybe I should brush up on my children's songs as well, my Disney songs. So that's that. My last big talk was at Harvard Medical School. That was over the summer. I spoke at Harvard. I think I spoke at Yale too. Was that this year when I spoke at Yale? No, I think that was a year ago. I spoke at Yale, but this past year I spoke at Harvard, along with the organization Students with Psychosis. And I've been working with students with psychosis, I don't know, for about 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and doing different talks and things like that. And they gave me this award back in 2023. I have it right here. It's my only award. It's Students with Psychosis Creative Award. And it's for my song Good Morning Psychosis in my video. So I keep it right here to inspire me. I don't really have any other awards. Let's see. What was I looking? Okay. Yes, I do think I'm gonna reach out to the local soup kitchens and try to do maybe 1 or 2 days a week. I can go play some music. I have all the equipment to go and just plug in and play, so I can do some upbeat music and stuff like that. That always is very fulfilling to me. And I've noticed playing over the years at psych units, and the psych units that I play at are the psych units where people with bad insurance go, or no insurance. You know, the kind of the state hospitals um, that are a little more hardcore. I go to those psych units, and then to the homeless shelters, and those audiences are very appreciative, and they're very interactive. So it's a wonderful experience. And I remember on all the psych units that I've been on, you know, it would have been nice to have someone come on and play some music. And same with the homeless shelters. I've lived at homeless shelters, and it would have been nice to have people come in and play music. What else do I have in my update? Let's see. I'm thinking I have this idea for a show called Mentally Speaking, where I was gonna do like a news show that has like mental health news. Hey, look, everybody, it's Kay. Do you want to say hi to Kay? Tell them that I'm live. How are you? I'll tell them that chat says hi. Kay's my bestie. We do this thing every morning where we text each other cheers with a cup of coffee. And usually right when we get up. But Kay usually gets up way earlier than I do. I usually get up about between 6 and 7, and Kay gets up between 5 and 6. But it looks like they're out taking a walk now. So, so I was thinking about doing this thing called Mentally Speaking, which is like a news show, um, but about mental health news around the world. And I want it to be mostly positive news stories about people who are doing really good things in the mental health world. I want to highlight people who are doing great things and highlight organizations that are doing things, highlight research that's doing good things. So I was thinking of maybe trying to do a show. And generally, when I think of trying to do something, I just do it. And I don't worry about if it comes out good or bad. Because usually the first couple times it comes out kind of bad. And it takes me a little, just like with the vlog. If you watch my very first vlog, it's like 20 minutes long, uh, and it's just not as good as it is a year later, you know. So I'm thinking about doing this show. It's a month, maybe monthly, looking at, yeah, just different current events and things like that around the world in mental health news. Um, I would like to plan another inspiration sessions interview. And I did do an inspiration sessions interview with Glimmer, but I lost all the footage on the phone. The phone filled up, and I lost. It was an hour and a half interview with Glimmer, and it was really good. And yeah, I lost it all, and that's when I decided I need a new camera. So I think my next inspiration sessions is I will redo um, I will redo my interview with Glimmer, and we've been working together a lot and making music together a lot. So it should be a good interview. They're a wonderful. She's a wonderful musician, and she has a couple albums out, and I listen to her music often. So she inspires me as a musician and a person. So I want to interview her for the inspiration sessions, but I can't do it till I get a new camera because my phone won't do it. I would love that. I think there's too much bad news these days. Yes, there's a lot of bad news. I get most of my news from late night comedy. I hear what's happened through late night comedy, and then when I hear something and I want to learn more about, I go research it more. But and I'm thinking of doing a streamathon. I have this streamathon planned where I do a 24-hour streamathon, um, and it's just for fun. And I was originally going to do it to raise funds for a new camera, but I don't really want to do it for that. I want to do it for fun. And maybe it'll be like a subathon to see if we can get more subscribers, and do a 24-hour subathon. But I have the schedule all planned out, of different events to do for a full 24-hour live stream. So I am planning that, and I don't need any other equipment. I have this program on the computer that I use, and yeah, I have a new webcam coming today. Recently I fostered a cat. His name was Buddy, and I had him when I first got him. He was biting and scratching the people that were taking care of him, and I brought him here, gave him a lot of patience and love and care, and after a week he was just the most loving cat in the world. Sat on my lap and just loved spending the day being pet and stuff. And so he got adopted out to someone who lives down the street, someone about my age who's a lawyer, and they have a 16-year-old son and a 3-bedroom house. So I got an update in my email saying that Buddy is doing really good in the new home and really loves the people that he's with. So that was it was a fun time fostering the cat. I didn't get a lot of sleep at first, but I really enjoyed having the cat here. And it doesn't. I'm not going. It was hard to let Buddy go, but I was determined to follow through with that. And then I kind of realized that right now, with how much I'm traveling, every week I travel into Boston for several days, that right now is not the best time for me to have an animal. And when things settle down and I'm a little more in one place, then I would like, and I'm able to have a dog, then I think I'll get a dog. I loved Buddy the cat, and I love having a cat as well. But for my mental illness and my psychosis, I really feel like I need a dog. And I'm not ready for a dog. Having a dog is like having a 4-year-old child. It really changes your life. So let's see. Everything I make, music, writing, art, or video, to one purpose: showing that recovery is not just surviving, it's creating a life worth living. And every project that I try to do connects to that mission. I just have a kind of direction, and that's the direction that I'm going. Yeah. Songwriting. I got about 5 songs that I'm working on, and I'm kind of stuck because a lot of the music that I'm writing for these lyrics are, to me, it's cliche, overdone, been done before, not my style. So I'm trying to further develop my personal style on guitar and find some new avenues to go down with these lyrics that I have. For an example, I wrote a song called Black Tie and Tiara. When I wrote it in my head, what I was thinking was very Sam Cooke kind of doo-wop thing was going on in my head. So I wrote it to a very Sam Cooke style doo-wop, late 1950s jazzy music. And that's how I wrote the words. but that's not my style. That's not how I play. So I want to write music that's in my style to these words that were written in a different style. And so I have 5 songs to which I've done that. I've written in these old styles, and I want to put music to them in a new style that harkens back to that old style, that is definitely inspired by that old blues jazz, but I want it to have a more modern sound, a more folky sound, a more sound that's like me. So that's what I'm working on musically and songwriting. I have so many songs still. I've released the Chapters album last Monday. I'm releasing the Basement Folk LP this Monday. And I think that's 9 songs and 13 songs. And then I have about 50 songs that I haven't recorded. And those include some of the songs like Good Morning Psychosis and Before. They're not on albums. I have about 50 songs. And so I am planning a new album, a new live album. But there's just so much going on, and it all costs money. So really all I do is plan and hope that money comes along. But, like I'm working on the book, which is a long-term project. And then when that book is done, it's going to cost money to publish the book. And I'm not going to find a publisher who's going to do it for free. So I'm gonna be self-publishing that. And then when to do an album, I got to bring in other musicians. I'm going to do a live album. Then you got to pay the people to record it. I'll probably mix it myself and master it myself and release it myself. But that still costs money to put it on Spotify and things. And that's a process because I have like 50 songs and I don't know what songs to put on the album. I would love to put all 50 songs and put out a triple album set. So I don't know. I'm awfully chatty today. I woke up and I went outside to get some cream for my coffee, and I did a little vlogging, and I said I think I might go home and go live and have my coffee because I'm feeling very chatty. I do feel like there's too much bad news these days. There was this one actor during COVID. I can't remember his name, but he started putting out a news show during lockdown called The Good News. And he would do a news show where he would just say good things. And it really was helpful for me. I can't remember the name of the actor, but if you look on YouTube for like The Good News or something like that, he had this great news show where he would just tell stories about people who were doing good things. I'm gonna go get myself some coffee. You're welcome to do the same. I'll be right. Oh. Hey, I have some fortune cookies here. I had Chinese food the other night. I had a friend over, and we were watching. Was it Friday night? I think my friend came over. We ordered Chinese food, and we watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it was nice. And we got Chinese food, but we didn't open our fortune cookies. So let's see what my fortune is. This is my fortune, not my friend's. Okay. Restrain yourself from intruding into others' business. I don't think I do that, but perhaps there'll be an opportunity for me to, and I should restrain myself. Okay. That's my fortune. Now, this is my friend's fortune. Do you all like to eat the cookies? I do like to eat the cookies, but not in the morning, so I'll save them for a snack later. But do you eat the actual cookie when you um, get fortune cookies? Put it in the chat. This is my friend's fortune. Trust in yourself. Your life will be a journey of purpose. Well, I wish that was mine. My friend got the good one. What was mine again? Restrain yourself from intruding into others' business. It's telling me what to do. Well, those are my fortunes for the day. They also have lottery numbers. I don't play the lottery. Does anybody here play the lottery? When I was a teenager, I kind of got a little addicted to scratch tickets for a little while, and then I quit. I said, like, I got to stop doing this, and then I don't do the lottery at all. I don't buy scratch tickets. I don't buy lottery tickets. But most of my friends do. A lot of people here play. Whenever I go to the store, I'm always behind someone who's doing a bunch of lottery tickets. Let's see. Let's see what else we should talk about. Today's been a good day. I could always do a song. Oh, that's another thing. Dylan had mentioned that, when I do live streams, on the bottom right here, it often says song request list on my Patreon, which it is. But Patreon is kind of like a Facebook wall. Things, you have to scroll and things get buried. So I think my request list got buried, and so I'm going to recreate it. Maybe I'll do that today. Often what I do is Sundays is I go through and I watch my vlog for the week and do some editing. But I'm not feeling that today. I'm feeling like today is a good day to do some relaxation. I wish I had a game that I liked. There's no video games out right now that I have found enjoyable. I've been thinking about gigs lately. I've been thinking about going to New York City for a gig and different places, traveling where I could go and perform. It's kind of hard to get gigs around Boston right now. So it'd be nice to find a way to travel and perform, but I don't have a lot of audiences either. Have a good day, Maya. I'm just hanging out here today. Nothing really gonna happen, so you're not missing anything. Bon appetit. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. The only Spanish I know is caliente. Playing some Tetris. Oh yeah, that's a fun game. I haven't played that in a while. I like strategy games where like chess is. I really enjoy chess. My son and I play chess a lot. When he was about 3 or 4, I taught him how to play chess, and now he can beat me. I remember when he first beat me at chess. He was about 16. But I appreciate everybody hanging out here. I didn't really have any plan. I just was like, might as well just go live and say hi and see how people are doing. I was thinking maybe doing a reaction video. I watch a lot of reaction videos. And I enjoy them. And I watch a lot of vlogs too. Um, I'm kind of behind on some of the vlogs that I watch. Maybe I'll catch up on that today. I really want it to be a nice, relaxing day where I don't do a whole lot of anything. I'm going to go to a church service online at a Unitarian Universalist church. And it's through Zoom. And I'm going to that because one of my friends is in the choir. And I don't generally go to church um, for spiritual or religious reasons. If I do go to church, it's mainly for the music. And so I go to the Harvard Square Unitarian Universalist Church service on Zoom at 10:30, which is in an hour. And I have a couple friends who are in that choir. And today, every week they do a different type of service, and today is jazz. So they'll have a jazz piano. They'll have a drummer, and my friend will be the vocalist. And yeah, it's actually my friend Glimmer. If you all know Glimmer, she is a choir leader at the Universalist Church. She gets paid to do that. She gets paid to sing at church. And on the jazz service, she's the only singer, generally. And it's just her as a singer, and then the piano player and a drummer. Sometimes they have a bass player, sometimes they have a horn, but Glimmer is usually the main singer. So I like to watch their performance, and it's a nice way to start my Sunday. And I do a lot of staring out the window because right out the window is the depot, the train depot, and there's a pretty good amount of people traffic, and I like to people watch, just kind of watch the world go by. I'm also happy to play any song quietly. I'm Daily Grateful series. I'm still doing those. Um, I do those on Monday, and I'm trying to do them on Fridays too, but I didn't do it this Friday. Do you do to those who are watching? Do you have any creative projects that you're working on, um, or anything that you're grateful for today? I'm very grateful that I got a good amount of sleep. I'm grateful that I have coffee and creamer, and I have my vape, and it's a beautiful day outside, and I can just sit here and relax. Nothing is really being asked of me today. It's a day of rest. Generally, I use Sundays to prep for the week, and I'm pretty much all prepped up. I've gotten all my prep done. I got some banking to do on Monday. That's about it. I have a lot of meetings on Monday. Therapy, and I got therapy coming up. I have a brand new therapist. We're still going through initial talking, getting to know each other, but we're going to be working a lot specifically on my trauma that keeps me from sleeping, which dates back to when I was a kid. And I generally feel like when I go to bed at night, I feel like I'm going to be attacked. Um, and I have a really hard time sleeping and staying asleep. And so, and it also plays in with my psychosis. And when I used to see demons and stuff like that. And um, yeah, when I go to bed at night, I often feel like I'm about to get attacked, and that's why I have insomnia. So my new therapist and I are going to be working on that. We're going to be going back and trying to see where that comes from and what we can do about it in the present. So um, hopefully that works out. I do that every Wednesday. And she is looking for, since the last time we talked, she is going to research some different techniques for that. So I don't know what else to think. I could tell you all about my dream of the Museum of Neurodivergence. Someday, in my path, I have this dream of someday opening. I guess what would start with it would start as a gallery, an art gallery. I'd like to interact with you more, but I'm tired and my thoughts get all over the place when I start typing. I can relate to that. Thanks so much, Dan. I really appreciate it. Uh, yeah, I have there is this little number up here on the screen. Right now it says 4. It says that it tells me how many people are watching. And so I know we're not a chatty bunch, and it is Sunday morning for some of us, so I'm having an unusually chatty morning. So it's okay if you're not chatty. Oh, that's so wonderful, Dan. I'm so happy that the Daily Grateful is working for you. Is really working for me. One thing that ever since I started this YouTube channel, my first idea, before the vlog, I've had this one idea and I've never done it because I don't know how to do it. I think it's going to take a budget, a small budget. And I also want to do it with a friend. But anyways, the idea that I had was to suicide awareness series called what was it called? I can't remember the name of it. Oh no. Anyways, I had this idea for this series to remind people why I'm trying. It's hard for me to explain. To remind people why it's good to be alive. It's kind of an anti-suicide video series, and an example of that is for me is going to see the sunrise. For me, the sunrise is so beautiful and wonderful. Every time I go do it, it's a different experience, and I'm very grateful for it. And it's one of the reasons I'm grateful to be alive. Being alive to experience a sunrise is a wonderful thing. So I wanted to make a video series where I just go experience different things that are good reasons to be alive and to stay alive. It could be an activity, it could be a coping skill, it could be something complicated or something simple, but kind of going out and doing something. And I was hoping to do it with a friend, maybe my friend Kay, do some of them with a friend anyways. And but it's hard to get friends to do videos, mainly because of scheduling, and planning those things out is hard. I also don't have a lot of confidence in myself, so I have trouble asking people to be part of my projects. But that's just me in my head. But I would like to make the series where I just show different things. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. If that's something that would be useful or interesting. I wish I could remember the name of it. Let me put it in here. What is the name of my project video series about suicide awareness? Being grateful to be alive. Let's see if my assistant knows the name of it. No, it's not the Daily Grateful. I must not have input it. But if it's anywhere, it's in my book of many things. That's where I never lose anything. It's my book of many things. But I did have a name. I did have a title for it. Where is my book of many things? Because now I'm just curious. It was called... I have this this area in my book where it has all my things don't forget about. And I can't seem to find it. Shorts, covers, Patreon, nice. Reasons to Stay. That's the name of it. So the video series would be called Reasons to Stay. And yeah, and I would just go do different activities that are reasons to stay and not leave this life. Because sometimes I deal with a lot of SI, ideation, on a daily basis. And so having something that reminds me, hey, there are good reasons to be here, is really helpful for me. And the way I look at it is if I can do something that's useful for me, then maybe it'll be useful for someone else. So I would like to start the reasons for stay. I'll probably start that. I have several different series that I'm going to start once I get a camera. I really want to get this book done. I feel like once this book is finished, I can really start making some good videos. But now is the time to be writing. While I don't have a camera, now is the time to be writing out this book. Oh, I was writing. I have a new song. I could debut it for you. It's not done. You want to hear? Let me know in the chat if you would like to hear a scratch version of a song. You don't have to let me know in chat, really. That's just something YouTubers say. I'm going to do it anyways. I don't think I'm going to get a whole bunch of no's. So this is a song I wrote called Lost in Love. And I'm still working on it. It's not done. This is just kind of the idea I'm going with. So let me know what you think. Every day since we have met, I'm living days I won't forget. After all that I've been through, I'm so lost in love with you. And here I dream what lay ahead as the moonlight shone upon our bed. Now I've so much to lose. I'm so lost in love with you. Longingly I look to see the soft look of love in your eyes. I'm so happy now, I'm so lost somehow. Here I am found again by your side. So now I'm looking far beyond to where I've been and what I've done. Tomorrow may play me a fool, but I'm so lost in love with you. Tomorrow may play me a fool, I'm so lost in love with you. So that's kind of what I'm working on here. That's called Lost in Love. And that's some of the music that I've been working on with it. It's still a little rough. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to get ready to go about my day. I've done my coffee. Normally I do coffee and comedy in the morning. But today I decided to do coffee and live stream. I really appreciate everything that was said this morning. It made me, it put some wind in my sails, you know. Um, Dan and Luna and Looney and Maya and Megan and just reminding me that there are people who not only are watching but are also getting something out of it. It really spurs me on, and I suppose if I'm getting something out of it, then other people are going to get something out of it. So that's kind of my thought process. So I really appreciate everything you've said today. I'm going to go start my day, do my morning routine, which is take my meds, take a shower, get changed, do my rowing machine, and put something in my belly. I got some donuts, some chocolate donuts. So that's just to get my appetite going. And then I'll probably have a bowl of cereal or something. But I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. And Monday, I will be live at 7:30 doing the album. And then I'm guessing Tuesday, I'll probably have the vlog. The vlog will probably come out Tuesday because I'll be done editing it. And it'll have a nice new vlog. And thanks so much for letting me know that you're watching my stuff. And it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. So I appreciate it, and I'll chat with y'all soon.